Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Devon. It's New Touch Auto Dip. Project for today, I'm going to show you how to plastic dip or hyper dip your wheels. Introduce this G37 Infinity. The wheels we're going to be working on today. Alright, I'm going to show you the steps. I'm going to show you the prep steps, the spray steps, and how to finish it. We're going to be working with the Hyperdip Shadow Black. That's what we're going to be working with. So I got the kit. I'm going to show you exactly what comes in the kit and why you should use it. Here we have our wheel kit. This wheel kit covers up to size 20-inch wheels. Today I'll be working on size 19s. So this wheel kit is perfect for this setup. This kit comes with 5 Shadow Black Hyperdip cans, pre-dip spray, microfiber towel, dip release, and 4 brake pad masking. Before you apply any of these products, you have to make sure that your wheel is thoroughly cleaned. You can use soap and water, or you can use the pre-wash that Dip Your Car has available on their site. Our next step is to apply our dip release. This is what comes in your kit, your dip release. What you want to do is shake this up. And you're going to apply it by using a microfiber towel. This I use specifically for my dip release. Another microfiber towel, which is this one, I will use another one for my pre-dip spray. So each microfiber towel you use, keep it separate. You don't want to use the same one for everything because it's only going to confuse the products that you use and nothing will perform the way it needs to. So once I have that shaked up, I shook it up enough. So I'm going to apply it just a small amount, not much, but a small amount to my microfiber towel. And I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to put it right there with it. And what I'll do is go around the outer edge. I'm gonna go around the outer edge and try to get it without touching the rim. I will go alongside it. You don't have to press hard. Just enough to get on there. I will continue that until I get all the way around. Try your best not to touch the wheel. If you touch the wheel, don't worry about it. We got ways we're gonna clean that up before you spray this wheel. Once I get to the top, I will take my index finger and then I will go along the edge, avoiding the rim. Next, I will take a bit and I will put it on and go along the outskirt of the wheel. It don't take much. Just want to get it on to the wheel. Next step, we're gonna go ahead and apply our pre-dip spray. What you want to do is make sure, kind of shake that up a little bit too. I already have some, so I'm gonna go ahead and use what I got. So, different microfiber towel. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that on here. I'm gonna spray it. Spray it a good bit. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe the wheel. Try to get into each area very good, especially the corners. Alongside these corners, you make sure that you get that real good because that's where your bond could possibly lift. It could possibly lift up in those areas. And you don't want to go through all this just to see that. Because once that happens, you're gonna have to completely peel everything off if you want a perfect wheel finish. So go ahead and get those corners very good around your wheel stem. Avoid touching the rubber of the tires, because remember, the rubber has dip release, and you don't want to get that onto the wheel and confuse the product. You want to take the outside, take your finger on the outside, take your finger. You want to go around the edge, avoiding the rubber on the tire. We're doing this to make sure that if we got any dip release on our wheel, that we pretty much cleared it. To be sure that I've covered my corners, what I like to do is use 99% isopropyl alcohol. I use that for my corners. I'll take a different microfiber towel for my alcohol. I wouldn't go around the entire wheel, but that's optional. You know, that's on you. What I do is make sure my corners are intact. Anything with the corners where it could possibly lift, I make sure I get it. If it has a curve, I try to get those curves. It's like extra security, if you want to say that. What I like to do is also go around the edge. That dip release will affect everything, so you want to double check that. Go around your edge. Avoid touching the rubber. First, we want to start out by grabbing a mask. You want to protect yourself. I have my mask. So go ahead and get yours. Start out with that mask. You don't want to inhale these chemicals. Very dangerous in the future. Now, next step, we're going to go ahead and grab our Hyperdip cans. We're going to start out by giving it 30 to a minute shake just to get it ready. Make sure your cans are pretty warm. If they're cold, you need to warm them up by either placing them in hot water or keeping them in an inside environmental temperature. I already have mine ready. So the first step, we're going to do our spray around. The first coat will be a light dust coat. You'll see as I go through the process of what my coats are like throughout the process. You'll see it across the screen. All right, pay attention. What you want to do is make sure that you kind of lightly get everything. At the end of all your spraying that you're doing, go around the edge of the wheel to make sure you get that coverage inside that rim, and also go around the edge of the rubber. You want to create that, you want to get a good peel, and when you peel away everything, you'll see that it'll peel away perfectly off of this rubber edge. If not, there are ways of taking it off, but it's easier by just applying the spray. As I go to my next coat, this will be my second coat. Before I go into it, I want to explain. When you spray, you don't want to be this close. If you're this close, it's too close. You're only going to have paint runs. You want to give it about 8 inches away. Let that spray pattern go onto the wheel. It'll glide onto it. Hyperdip is a great product. It's not like Plasti dip. So therefore, it won't dry in the air as you're spraying it. It won't dry as soon as it touches the wheel if it's too hot. That's if you're dealing with outdoor temperatures. If you're indoor, you'll be okay with Plasti dip, but if you're outdoor, you gotta beat the challenges. All right, but this is Hyperdip. So therefore, let that product smoothly run. All right, so this wheel has a lot of curves. Follow the curves on the wheel. If I go this way, I'm following my flat surface. I'm taking the inside and then I'm turning it this way for that surface, and I'm just following the wheel. It's a pattern. Follow your patterns. Also, don't focus on one area too long. You focus on that area too long, you're only gonna get another paint run. That causes paint runs as well. So follow your patterns. Don't be so close. Give it some distance. At times you may tend to get close, but remember to bring it back until you get trained properly on how prepping and painting your wheels. This is my second coat, which will be a light coat as well as the first one. Shake it up, because your can may have been sitting. Now I'm on to my fifth coat. Now, two key important things you want to know. If you notice, my wheel is pretty much covered now. You don't want to try to cover your wheel in the first couple of coats. That'll only create paint runs or texture, or it'll create some kind of finish that you don't want. So you want to just go through the process. Next, you want to also give your spray, once you're done with one full round, give it at least 10 minutes, depending on your temperature. If you got temperatures up from 75 to on up, give it at least 10 minutes in between the dry. If you're not sure if it's dry or not, touch a part of the wheel, and if your finger's not dry or wet, then it's dry enough to go ahead and spray. Fourth coat. First two, you went light. Next two, you went medium. This time, you're gonna go ahead and fully wet out your following coats on up to at least about 12. So on your last spray coat, what you want to do is go ahead and spray everything. Do not try to remove your brake masking and your outside, well, your extra overspray. Give it time to dry. Wait 30 minutes to an hour if you can. That's the best dry time. Once that's complete, go ahead and remove your masking and remove your outer extra overspray. I'll show you in the end how I do that. Let's go ahead and finish off our last spray coat. So now I'm down to the last step, which is removing the prep. When removing the prep, I'm gonna start with my bag. I'm gonna move my bag from the inside. So I'll pull inside, and the reason why I do it is because I don't want anything attached to snag out as I pull it out. You can be careful and pull it out at the same time, but me, it's just a habit of mine. I like to pull from the inside of the wheel. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. Go ahead and remove the overspray around the wheels. Be careful when you remove the overspray. Pay attention to make sure that nothing is breached together to where it will pretty much peel away any of your rim finish. Alright, YouTube, I'm done with the video. So now I'm gonna explain to you. Hyperdip is different from the Plasti dip. So if you're dipping your wheels Plasti dip, you will have different steps. Plasti dip, you could have covered that wheel with 6 coats and you could have been done with your regular flat matte finish. But if you tried to exceed it to the satin, which would create a shadow black look, you would add pretty much 2 to 3 more coats of your satin. So that's a total of 8. With the shadow black, I'll explain to you that the shadow black is already in the Hyperdip can alone. So therefore, I can't go over this wheel only 6 times and be done, because that's going to decrease my peelability. I'm not going to be able to peel that wheel as easy as I should. So therefore, I exceeded 12 coats. 12 coats gave me a perfect finish. It gave me my shadow black finish, and it was one round. One round of the Hyperdip, all the way up to 12 coats. Therefore, it left me with the perfect look. So these are the wheels. These are the wheels. They're complete. Like I said, this product here will teach you how to be a little bit more professional with your aerosol cans. It'll teach you a little bit more better. Now, if you're just now beginning and you want to just jump to this, I suggest that you practice with the Plasti dip products first, because this product doesn't spray the same. It has a tendency to run a little bit more because it's thinner, or I don't know what's the difference, but it's a little bit more professional. It looks like paint, replicate vinyl. You'll know if you ever tried the Hyperdip. I guarantee you'll love it. But beginners, try it with the Plasti dip. Thank y'all for watching this video. I appreciate you taking your time out to try to learn more. I do these videos to give you confidence. Thank you. Catch you on the next one.